it didn't really.
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue, looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Loot Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah, man.
You know, Aiden has been landing it throughout all qualifiers. You see, you know, Mongrel and Mitro. I've been hearing some notes about, you know, tilted towers and or neo tilted as it's now called, of where they're going to go. In your opinion, right now you play 6 games.
Yep.
You know how detrimental it could be to your mental state if you have one where you kind of drop right off spawn and get taken out.
Yeah.
What is your game plan here? Are you going for it? You don't care how many people land there? You just go and play your game?
No, I think
shy away?
These guys are practicing. They know that they're going to be contested. They know that, and they're not, you know, if they're, you know, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push where they're going to push. And, you know, they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now, me, honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play. But, dude, in a situation, if I saw someone contesting my job, I'd definitely defer and try to go somewhere else. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, you have one bad game, getting over that, that's going to be a huge mental obstacle. If you get knocked first, that's going to be like, you got to think about it. In the third game, we're going to change our landing spots, and then if you're throwing like that, so
yeah. And as you look down, you're like eagerly wanting to talk about this map. We have what the first map is going to be in front of us. But again, guys, there's so many exciting things going on in the world of Fortnite right now. One of the limited time modes that is actually going on. Prophunt, we watched a little bit of it yesterday, but again, made by Stray Kite. It's a fun little, you know, hide and go seek game almost.
Prophunt is the greatest thing that Fortnite has created from creative. It is amazing. It's hilarious. I mean, we're literally reading, like, we're also just laughing hysterically right when we're about to make it into the incinerator and get our points. It's just so fun. I mean, you could be a toilet. You know, you want to be anything. You want to be a pink flamingo, a bus. Go for it. Go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, we've had some fun games of Prophunt that we play, but again, right now, live in the gameplay for free. Prophunt, a little bit different than the competitive settings. Obviously, Arena, it's been talked about, Ninja. This is the most played in qualifier for a tournament ever in history gaming. 40 million competitors, down to the top 200, to the exact 178 because of the double qualified players.
Right.
And that's, you can't even put in like your head just how insane those numbers are.
I think it's just important to show and let everyone know that, man. Just as it continues to change the game, making these qualifiers online, it just allowed so many of these kids to be here today because they've been able to play, you know, from the comfort and safety of their home instead of traveling across the world just to qualify.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the first times we've seen something like this, a qualifying like this. And dude, I'm just excited to watch these kids dominate the next freaking 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm ready to stay here all night.
Hey, I'm down to stay here all night. I have no problem with that. Read it as well. When you talk about LAN events, right, you have so much competitive experience. You've been to so many across different games and genres. One thing that stands out to me, though, it will never feel the exact same as it does as playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share, you think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on LAN for the first time?
Well, do what I always tell people when they're saying, you know, hey, Ninja, going to a tournament, any advice, right? You know, do exactly what you do at home, all right? If you wear socks and you wear shoes at home, if you don't wear any socks at all, or you wear sandals, you wear that. If you wear nothing but sweats and PJs when you're gaming and practicing, that's exactly what you should be wearing right now when you're competing, right? Change anything up, drink what you normally drink before the games, water, energy drinks, whatever the case may be, or, you know, eat what you're going to eat. Do not change anything up. It's very important to get that state.
Again, we're talking about Fortnite World Cup Finals today and tomorrow, but $3 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup Finals. Let's take a look.
Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love the most. It's awesome. I love it.
I can't believe that you guys secured the position here today.
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. We're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Starting off with a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I knew Zan would clutch up, and he did just that.
You could tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need one more. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
There it is. The win. Oh!
if you want to go in blind, try and like.
Zuzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play creative maps?
I think I would definitely stay consistent with creative because I feel like there's a lot of potential in creative stuff, and yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investment.
And he just won $336. What are you going to do with the prize?
Ren. Yeah, I think Ren's gonna be responsible.
I am gonna be responsible and probably just enjoy it.
Alright guys, congratulations again, absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
The Creative World Cup Finals so much fun yesterday. Again, congratulations to Scissors and his team. $1.3 million won. I'm going to address the elephant in the room here. It's not Tim the Taban. You didn't win that, Tyler.
That's correct. Correct. No, we got 4th place, but you know, the 2 that I picked out, man, Kyle, Taco, just a good bunch of who developed a lot of maps, and just a lot of passion for these guys, man, and I'm really happy that we were able to, not even me, together as a unit, we pulled in, you know, 300 or 295. Little whips, man, little ice creams, but that was so impressive. Another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again, that Epic changed the game. We're going to kind of process all these people, so many people here because of creative.
And again, I know I've talked to Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone. His original runs he did now kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday. What was your favorite? Was it
Junkyard Shoot, bro. Okay. Hands down, Junkyard Shoot is a fun game. I'm through play this, right? Don't play Junkyard Shoot. And it just fills with 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
How about that? What about if we get the whole squad together?
Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad. It'd be the most funny thing. You're a little teddy bear and you're just like trying to make it.
Listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend. Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the battle pass. Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled, it's their first time to New York City. It's a legendary, iconic place to have this major event. You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the game so we can get it all launched for you. But trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word the game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vicroy, man. Who's it gonna be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now.
Noise. Who do you think's gonna win today? Scream it, baby. I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Monroe, Petro.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
Oye, mira que teníamos la torta.
builds, these early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very, very, very particular with how many mats you're going to use when you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats.
Yep.
I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself.
And look at the advantage that he now Tetra hasn't found any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. They now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They push it out with the Asian duo, pushing toward that top Dusty side of XXM and Bend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal in the core here, as well as wood. The one material that really be lacking is the stone.
Yeah, definitely good black stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here. Well, not just they have a rotation, so hopefully they find something that's going to help them rotate later. There are no balls that spawn in Dusty, so no ballers. It's going to be very difficult to make to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation.
Another fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with how little materials there are, you got to think these players down low who are already just on white HP are in a tough spot, and there it is, Scarlet and his duo Bell. Quick elimination onto Brush. That's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. Love start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. I feel like Fatal Fields is a underrated landing spot.
I think you just get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly. Gather around, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the state. But listen, man, I'm
it's a double-edged sword. Yes, this is by himself, but it's how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfield. And these top players who land Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loop into corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizzlucky will actually be able to go back and pick up Brush's card. So this is key. I think you should go for the band. Walk back. Only have 150 and a common system. That will bring a lot of attention over. If you are Scarlet Bell, are you sprint back into that fight? I think so. Now across the map, though. But engagement going out to KBB, UA, and his their duo up against Vinny. But there's the knock right there.
The drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside something one by one right there. There's another knock with the drum shotgun, just absolutely wreaking havoc. Doing trying to take the ball, I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive. So that could do. He's got the shield advantage. All you have to do is play this patient option. Pretty sure that these guys don't have that material, so spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take it down, but he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has minis as well as big shield, so we'll be able to get back to full shield. Yuang now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to go up the red, but it looks like he's going to be going for the reload, taking his time. He might be dipping out. Maybe trying to he's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive off, and now he's on one again.
Zexro staying confident, though. No, right now still over 150 HP. The teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not going to happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but UA dropped down to 59 HP. But with that elimination, we'll buff back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important to check out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen. There are plenty of people outside. They're going to start their way. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was try to get in those spots where we can aim the flying on the sky using a lot of glitches, taking advantage of incredible accuracy.
A little update too on Sizzlucky. He did get the reboot fatal, so they're both back in play. Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nathan Hill and Funk of FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Lagoon, and Ninja, this is your landing spot. But duo reverse. What are maybe some?
Going to those, every single one of the maps is like, so you definitely want to go for those. You can get max wood in arena. Also, there's metal anchors in town. Which is, the most valuable. I mean, have we talked about Storm Surge? I mean,
going to let that be a pretty good cross. We're going to have Storm Surge every game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like, this is going to be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. The team that has done the least amount of damage is going to until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until the late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points and come on through. Watching Letwick and Quexy right now, it's so scrappy. It's not your normal game where you get to lead up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. I mean, you have every single spot is definitely going to be contested or have talented players who are surrounding. You've got to be constantly worried about getting sniped from behind. And boom, there goes, 160 health. Just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players, so you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to kind of be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush already in the next zone. They're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him, like going to try to save his teammate. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a... Like, the rotations late game are going to be nice. People are going to get lasered out of the game.
Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Harpy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 140 each of them. Harpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks. 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammate's reboot card. So will basically be by himself the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone when your teammate is not. There's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 and above, and you guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below threshold, and they are going to need to hit some people, deal some damage, and that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people kind of lingering around in their 1-by-1. You're going to see some fights that are going to be forced to break out because players need to get above that, or they're going to die. They're not going to be able to make it.
Now moving towards Dusty Divot Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo, N.A. Easton. You just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
I didn't even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here as there's so many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more. If they can spend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you can see a fight coming down the Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Spot. I think that you guys can look up the map that we're staring at. Every single team is now in safe zone. Everyone is safe zone. Everyone is moving in. Double head sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. This team one ring damage. Yes. So give somebody hide them. Be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear never sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
Yeah, there's absolutely zero time to react. Some of you guys that we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay now quite weak with Storm Surge beginning to take in Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go. Getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does force people into some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams who don't want to be put in that situation where you have to desperate push. Maybe a duel that's better than you in combat, you know what I mean?
That's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Ecom are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game. 38 slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were they didn't really they were more centralized and competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much in the fight. So now that you can't really predict them. I mean, getting these players who have again the great aim, they're just beating people who are focusing on circle. Look, there's so many people coming from the circle. 3 kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim. You're going to Texture right now, already getting beamed. He's spamming the trying to make it difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at it, already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed out there, all trading more shots coming down. He's going to be able to make it 8 grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if you can get in a position, players are focus on the outside, allow people to clean up the space too.
That's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, and they have some like that. Just a few brief moments. There's the flip side. Now he's got some space right next to him. Met did every little bit of HP matters. In the campfire for the late game, it appears. Ronaldo in the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier. Duo Vitro. They're set up currently in the zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's just like inventory only combat shotgun too. No spray, right spray. SMG, more rifle, scar, anything like that. You know, you gotta have them done and shoot pretty quick to kill players and hit players through their 1x. 2 serves, 5 chug flash.
They already have a start cooking. This is insane.
Close to the zone as well. They don't have to.
135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly begins to shut down. With so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using the pads or the shadow bomb. There's your full map right there. The eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be able to play their a little bit more towards Blue Lake if they want to be safe.
Best players in the world. How close they are. They start pushing them. I just can't, man. You guys know this on Stinks, man. These players are so hard to spray through their walls and actually damage them. So you need things like grenades, Stinks, fart bombs, what I like to call them. 1x1 to try to shoot as they're rotating away.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel. And Mongrel gets immediately ripped in 2 as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
With good rotation, luckily, hopefully.
Definitely has a bunch to, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Vitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Vitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take more damage. They've got to push right at him. Vitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times.
Also has great rotation. 2 wallers still intact. Here, all the players are going to be rotating in. Just being forced to rotate it. Everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still only 80, meaning combined between the two, we have about 150 shots to work with. players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as the player got that back wall. He wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Really be able to... He's gonna go to the side. He's got the storm surge on.
Oh, still below, right? Yeah, halftime. Teammate. So he's got all the shield to get back up. Now the storm surge is still ripping him apart. That killer barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there. Still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega's doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the storm surge. Fantastic composure against one of the young players on this stage. Late game, everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle. Macwood taking zone damage, Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb, and does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. We'll just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining, stomping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. Off that, all right. Bongo, unfortunately, do we still end with Nitro's still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. Or Savage just used another shotgun grenade. He already had high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off them or have a rocket launcher to just take him out of it.
He's just so weakened. Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, it's all solos. This is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Mr. Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji. And listen, Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage. Benji's just going to try it. Look at the materials. Not a lot left. They're only using their shadows. I think he has 1 build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We've made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Saf now. Zayt and Saf now on the live round. What do we do? The only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo. was all by himself from very early on. Still alive in this one. 40R Storm now getting beamed. Can the North American duo of Zayt and Sap close this out? Raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shot still coming on in. Zayt and Sap just sitting pretty.
Mitro just got a double, I think. 5 limbs.
Tries to get it done. Not enough. Zayt and Sap, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will!
Zayt and Sap had the high ground and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite Ninja. They were the only duo left remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close.